SD Gundams, or Super Deformed Gundams, are stylized miniature versions of the mobile suits from the main Mobile Suit Gundam franchise. Unlike the realistic proportions and military tone of standard Gundam series, SD Gundams have exaggerated chibi designs, large heads, short limbs, and compact bodies that give them a more playful, heroic, and approachable appearance. Today, I'll be dusting off my SD Gundam World Gunpla collection and breathing new life into them. This restoration session is part of my preparation for my upcoming first high-grade builds, the HG Barbatos, Barbatos Lupus, and the Barbatos Lupus Rex. Make sure to stay tuned for those projects soon. For now, I'll be starting with my first revival piece and the very first SD Gundam World Gunpla in my collection, the LUI Unicorn Gundam. Now, my LUI Unicorn Gundam has been sitting in my storage box for about 2 years now, and it built up quite a collection of dust and cobwebs in those dot circular things on its body. I do not know for the life of me where they come from and how they got there, but one thing I know for sure is that they won't be staying on there for long. Also noticed a lot of parts that still had nub marks, and the V-fin still have that safety nub at the tip. Those are also getting removed. My goal here is to make it look similar to that picture of a finished LUI Unicorn Gundam. I went ahead and started by disassembling all the parts so that it would be easier to manipulate. After disassembling all the parts, I made sure to give each one a proper clean before coloring. Helping me out are 2 brushes, one with thick bristles for removing cobwebs and dirt, and another with fine bristles for dusting off smaller particles. I took my time and cleaned everything meticulously to make sure no dust would interfere once I started using the display acrylic markers and doing the panel lining. I decided to disassemble the parts even further and sand down a few areas that needed some work, like the V-fin, to remove the safety nub at the tip, smooth out any uneven surfaces left by the nub marks, and removed those ugly color-correcting stickers on the tip of both the blue shoulder armor pieces. Those are getting coated with golden acrylic markers later on. Once everything was prepped, it was time to prop up the pieces on my stand board using these flexible clips, getting them ready for coloring. For coloring, I used the Display Specialized acrylic-based paint markers. They come with a soft, pointed sponge tip that's perfect for model painting and detailing. After coating one of the side skirts with a gold marker, the difference was immediately noticeable. The color looked richer and more vibrant. For this build, I'll be using 3 markers from their lineup: the MKM06 Metallic Gold, the MK05 Mecha Blue, and MKM02 Metallic Silver. While letting the colored parts dry, I started panel lining the remaining white pieces using the Steady Panel Line accent color MP13. This is actually my first time doing panel lining, so please go easy on me in the comments. But honestly, I think I did a pretty decent job for a first attempt.
A few moments later.
After letting everything dry for a couple of hours, I started assembling some of the parts. I also decided to add a bit more detail by applying silver accents throughout the build to make certain areas pop and give the overall look more depth. And after all that, it's time for the best part, putting everything together and seeing the final result. With everything assembled, the final product is complete. A clean, detailed build brought to life with just few markers and panel lining. I'm honestly proud of how it turned out, especially since this is my first real attempt at using paint markers and doing panel lining. Of course, I made a few mistakes along the way, like over-applying some color in tight spots and rushing a bit on a few panel lines that smudged slightly. But those little errors taught me a lot about patience and control when working on smaller details. What I've learned through this process is that you don't always need an airbrush or expensive gear to make your Gunpla stand out. With just some care, creativity, and a few tools like the display markers, you can really bring your kit to life. I'm definitely excited to take what I've learned here and apply it to my next build. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Ryuki, and this is HighGrade Rouki, where I share the basic stuff I do as a novice builder and gamer. Here you'll see simple gaming and Gunpla content like reviving or experimenting on kits with small custom touches and even gaming playthroughs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and follow us on our socials for more simple Gunpla builds and future gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. GG!